Hello and welcome to Fourth Family Day School. So as you can see, we are decorated this time of year because it is the Christmas season. So I had a lot of fun changing things around in the classroom this year, putting up artwork we've done from the past, remembering those times, and just really trying to slow down the pace of everything. You know, you might remember when you were in school as a child that during this time of year, things slowed down. Uh, we were practicing maybe for a Christmas pageant, we were watching videos, of course, or we were doing fun worksheets. A lot of things were review at this time. And as a homeschool mom, I'm like, where do we even start? If you're used to being in a curriculum and you've developed your rhythm of the day and you're used to that flow, then what do you do to create some fun and joy around the holidays? But also in our school, we want to make sure that Christ is the center of our school, especially during Christmas. So where do you start? Well, other moms that I've seen on YouTube have helped me throughout my journey, and I would love to share with you what we're doing in our school during the Christmas season. And it has been wonderful. It has been life-giving. It has been refreshing. It has been a much needed break from the everyday that we have been doing since we started right after Labor Day. So what we're doing is we are taking a break from our regular curriculum, which is the good and the beautiful. Sorry, my hair is really crazy right here. So we're taking a break from the good and the beautiful, and we love the good and the beautiful. Please go and check it out if you are not aware of it. We absolutely love it. It's wonderful. I also have a video that I did a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, about the rhythm of our day, our normal day. So please make sure you go and check that out also if you are in search of getting into a rhythm. And it's so helpful to just have that type of structure, and it just makes it so much easier for us moms and for the kids too. So we're taking a break from our regular curriculum, and I have found through other moms Campfire curriculums. We are doing in the season of Caroling Noel, and it's their second Christmas unit, so they have two. We just went ahead and started with their second this year. And I'm gonna tell you, it's been life-changing, okay? I have learned so much. They have learned a ton. We are busy throughout the entire day. And guess what? Their style, there's no worksheets. There's no work. Okay? So this is another curriculum that you definitely need to check out. And please don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm too late to do this. No, you're not too late to do this. I promise you. You can go ahead and purchase this today. It will be immediately downloaded for you to access. I am teaching this from my computer for now, but I have seen other moms that they print it out, they put it in a binder, and that's awesome. Truly, I wish that I was able to do that this year. And for our next unit, whichever one we pick, I'm definitely going to pre-print it out because I don't really like teaching from a computer, but it's okay. It's working for us. That's what we're doing. And but anyway, there's 12 lessons, and you get to learn about different Christmas carols and the history of it, and some amazing facts that you might not know that I definitely didn't know. And it's just been wonderful. The questions that we've discussed, and they include a link for videos that you go and watch, that you listen to all these carols. Truly incredible. So my boys are 7 and 9, so they're doing first and third grade. And so when we're doing these lessons in Campfire, it's a lot of reading out loud to them, which is an awesome way to teach your children. Absolutely, reading out loud is so important. And so what I do is I print out one of these templates, actually, and this is from the Campfire curriculums that goes in the early learners. So I'm teaching out of the growing advanced to them, but this comes in the early learners. And so what I do is I print one of these out, and then they color while I'm teaching. And I'm going to tell you, it's amazing because they're actually able to retain more when they're doing something else. It's been really, really neat to see. So I'm going to just get up for a second and show you kind of some things that we do. So we start with in the season of Caroling Noel, that's our morning meeting time. We call it morning meeting. And that's usually the first hour and a half of our school day regularly. So I just provide that amount of time for, normally it would be for history, for memory work, spelling. No, actually spelling isn't included in that anymore. That's what we used to do. But could have some journal writing, like free writing, handwriting would happen in there a few days a week. And then it would include history and science during that time, normally. So this is now like our history lesson because we're learning about the carols, and it's incredible. So we'll spend that time in this lesson. And then what's so wonderful about Campfire curriculums is that they include the opportunity for you to actually teach language arts, science, and math in this unit. So you can either have it as a supplement, like just teach the Caroling Noel lessons, or you can go ahead and, like what we're doing as we're taking a break from our regular curriculum, we are actually incorporating the science, language arts, and math lessons into our day, and that has been amazing too. So wonderful options for you. So you can continue with your regular curriculum and supplement, or you can literally use this for everything. Now today is happens to be December 6th when I'm recording this, and it is the feast day of Saint Nicholas. And so what we did was I found a wonderful video. I will include a link below here for you if you are interested in this story for your children about who Saint Nicholas was and how he became Santa, okay? Now, I know that Santa is a little bit controversial, especially in Christian homes. I have found that this story is a wonderful story to share because St. Nicholas, his story is about giving rather than receiving, and that he gave to many people. And it's just the story of his life in regards to Jesus and how important Jesus was. So I would highly recommend this video that I'm going to include. It's one that I had never seen, and to be able to show that to my children and to watch it with them for the first time, it really was beautiful. So that's how we do it in our home. We follow the story of St. Nicholas, and we talk about how there's many stories of Santa around the world, because there are, and that this is the story that we believe to be most important. So there's that little Santa spiel for you. Don't want to make it too controversial. So anyway, here's just an example of sometimes, I'll come up with a little art and craft, and I'm just here to tell you I'm not very artsy. Always wanted to be the mom that's really artsy, but I'm just not. But they had pre-cut some paper this morning, and they were so excited, so I just decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and use that. And we went ahead and made St. Nicholas miters today. So that was one of the projects that we did with really old craft glue. But hey, it got the job done. Okay, another thing that we do throughout the year is we keep calendars. So they have started on their December calendar. So that's another activity that you can do throughout, the first week of December. We found some wonderful art projects on Skillshare, and the boys made bookmarks. And so this is one that Hudson did, and this is the Northern Lights with trees on the bottom. With we used markers for this. It does call for paint, but we had some really cool markers, so we got to use those. And then this is from my other son, Rhodes, and this is a Christmas tree. So Rhodes is 7 and Hudson is 9. And just to see what they're able to create. So like this one, we actually, had a ruler out and they were drawing out their tree and everything. So great project over on Skillshare. And very reasonable. I think it's like $13 a month or something. And you have all of these arts and crafts and ideas that you can find. They're wonderful. Oh, and then we are reading this book, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. Y'all, I actually have not read this book. And you might be like, are you serious right now? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm serious. So as a homeschool mom, y'all, there are things that had I not been homeschooling, I would have never learned about this book, for example, or the story of Saint Nicholas in this cartoon that I found, right? I would have never looked for those things. And honestly, I probably, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there, I probably would have never returned to Jesus. So let's just go ahead and be real. Like, this is how much homeschooling my children means to me personally, that I get to, as a redeemed and reborn Christian, I get to share that with them. And had the world not shut down 2 years ago, I really don't think that I ever would have chosen to create this place and this time with my children. And I just, when I stop and think about that, it truly can bring me to tears. It's just, is it easy? No, it's not always easy. Is it always fun? No, it's not always fun. But when the days that you have are fun and enjoyable and everybody gets along and it's calm, those days are why we continue to do what we're doing as homeschool moms. So congratulations to you. I just wanted to give you some encouragement that you're doing a great job, that we all bring something different, and this is just some things that we're doing that I wanted to share. So, okay, so we're reading this book. Okay, another activity that we're doing, which has been so fun, which has been, it was actually one of the language arts lessons in Campfire. That is writing Christmas letters. Oh my gosh, it has been absolutely adorable watching my boys write Christmas letters. So like, we have all of our supplies. They're still out on the table in case we want to create another one. So that's also another really good like morning activity. If you need a couple more minutes before you start, you can say, okay, let's go and write a Christmas card to someone, and they can do that. And that's been, it's just been adorable, absolutely adorable. So also on I have shown my cart, and that's the morning meeting cart, and it is full of Christmas books. So how about I just go and grab a couple of books, bring them back over, and show you a few. All right, thanks for your patience with that. So here are a couple of our Christmas books. We have The Legend of St. Nicholas. Just read this one today. It's wonderful. It's by Dandy Daly McCall. We have Why Christmas Trees Aren't Perfect, and that is from Richard H. Snyder. Snowflake Bentley. Jacqueline Briggs Martin. We have Christmas Day in the Morning by Pearl S. Buck. An Orange for Frankie by Patricia Polacco. We're going to be reading this after we finish The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. I have actually read some of the Little House Christmas Treasury to the boys last year, but we'll do this again, by Laura Ingalls Wilder. We love Little House. I have The Spirit of Christmas by Nancy Tillman. This is absolutely adorable. A Wish to Be a Christmas Tree, oh my goodness, by Colleen Monroe. Such a darling book. The Animals Christmas Eve. We have Christmas in the Big Woods and Winter on the Farm. These are just a few that we have that we love. So that's always fun. So you can do your reading out loud at any time, really. When we have morning meeting, it's a lot of reading, and so then we'll have a break usually, and you can come back. You could read another book just to kind of get back into the swing. You could read to them while they eat breakfast. That's actually when we're doing The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. But just read. It's wonderful. It is just wonderful. And actually, if you don't like reading out loud, which is fine, there are plenty of videos that you can search right here on YouTube of people reading out loud, and they might have some of these books for you just to play a video if you would prefer it that way. So, trying to think anything else. So we are done with our school day in this Christmas season by about noon. Regularly, we finish about 12:30 or 1. Sometimes it can be a little bit after 1, depending on the lessons. But it has been so sweet, and we are busy. We aren't just sitting around. We are actively creating things. We are actively learning, and it has just been one for the memory books, for sure. Another wonderful thing I love about this curriculum that I'm going to be trying is they have a lot of recipes that they include, and one of them is figgy pudding, and y'all, it looks amazing. I didn't know exactly where it came from, what was in it, but I'm going to tell you, it looks incredible. It's an English pudding, actually, and it's kind of like I hear it's kind of like a, what are those called? Like the cakes that like kind of melt in your mouth, or they're not like fully formed. I can't remember what those cakes are called. I'm so sorry for the blank here. What are those called? Anyway, I can't wait to try it. And, whether or not the kids try it, I can't, get them really to try anything these days, but I'm going to definitely enjoy it. So I look forward to that. So anyway, I hope that this inspires you as you are in your classroom during the Christmas season. Have fun with it. And, if you are a Christian homeschool, try and look for curriculums that center it around Christ. It's so important, especially now more than ever, that our children know the real reason of Christmas is to celebrate the birth of our Savior. And how could we not celebrate with joy about that day? Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions, or I would love to hear a comment if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.